Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3.
welcome to the game at the Elias Corus Center, here with a great matchup between Boston College and Temple University. We are WHIP Sports Radio, and I am Heaven Samuel, and I am here with Toby Derlin.
We've got a great game set today. Tip-off set start at 2 o'clock, and the starting lineups have been announced for both teams. For Temple, we'll see junior guard Gavin Griffiths, senior guard Darian Ford, sophomore guard Aiden Tobiasen, senior guard Jordan Mason, and sophomore forward Babatunde Duradola as the starting five. And for Boston College, we'll see sophomore guard Fred Payne, senior guard Chase Forte, junior guard Donald Hand Jr., senior guard Aiden Shaw, and sophomore forward Jaden Hastings. Got a great matchup ahead of us. The 1-2 Boston College Eagles versus the 2-0 Temple Owls. Thoughts going into it, Heaven?
I know this is going to be a great matchup this year. Last year, Boston College did get the win with 72-69. It was a 3-point win, but I know this year that Temple's going to try to come back at them strong. You know, they definitely want to see 3-0 on their record. You know, Boston College is 1-2, so I think they're definitely going to have to put up a good fight with this new Temple squad. You know, they have 5 new transfers this year, so it's definitely going to be a really good game. Definitely a tough fight.
Yeah, and both these teams running 4 guard, 1 forward sets, no centers for either side.
Yeah, it's truly interesting. I mean, you know, they don't have which is supposed to be like very big player in the center, so it's going to definitely be more of a defensive game in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's going to come down to which team can step up and really play physical in the paint and be able to get rebounds and not turn it over down in scoring position.
Oh, definitely. And I know that for guard-heavy teams, they tend to do more defensive sets and defensive plays. So it'll definitely be a very, very interesting match. You know, they're going to have to make sure that they come strong and make sure that they defend very well. You know, Boston College, I remember they have Hastings, who has 3 blocks per game this season, so they're definitely going to have to watch out for that in the paint, especially being a guard-heavy team.
Yeah, and another player to watch out for the Owls here today is Donald Hand Jr., who is Boston College's leading scorer. He's putting up 33 minutes a game and 16.3 points on average, also posting 6.3 rebounds.
Yeah, and
I'd say he's just been a very crucial part of this Boston College offense so far.
Yeah, he definitely has, and you know, he's a transfer from Baylor, and he was the most improved player last year with 18 points and 20 points in the game before versus Florida Atlantic, and there was a tough loss there too. But you know, he was also first team all North Atlantic, so it'll definitely be a very interesting game for him too. Definitely, we're going to see the pressure on both sides, so I'm very excited.
Yeah, and this is an Owls team that has looked very good, coming in off of 2 straight wins. Boston College has struggled a little bit out of the gate, sitting at 1-2, and coming in off of a loss to Central Connecticut State by 1 point, 59-60. So looking to rebound here today at the Elias Corus Center and get back up to 500 is Boston College. Temple looks to keep rolling in what's likely their most difficult match in this early season in an ACC Boston College opponent.
Definitely. And, you know, Temple is 5th overall right now in the American Athletic Conference, so this is going to be a good out-of-conference game, and it's going to be a very equal matchup. So I'd like to see a good fight from both teams. And Boston College is actually last in their conference right now, so they're going to have to really, really work hard to raise their stats.
Yeah, and for Boston College, it's going to come down to can guys beyond Donald Hand step up? You know, can we see something out of Fred Payne, out of Chase Forte, Jaden Hastings, out of guys off the bench even, because this is a Temple team that has looked very good offensively to start the season, averaging 86 points per game, while Boston College is all the way down at 71.
Yeah, and another thing from Chase Forte is he's a graduate transfer, so he is basically a senior to this game, so I would love to see him lead on the court today.
Yeah, and for Temple, Gavin Griffiths is a player. He's been very exciting so far this season to watch. All the students here at the Leocore Center love him. They call him LeBron Frames.
Yeah.
And he's a player. He's only seen about 20 minutes a game, and in that time, he's been electric.
Yeah.
13 points in 22 and a half minutes on average.
Wow.
So he's a player I would love personally to see get a little more playing time, see what he can do with it.
Definitely. He's definitely going to be one of the players to watch this year. I mean, he has the height, he has the versatility, so now we just have to see him with minutes on the court, with viable minutes on the court, so he can definitely help out his team. I know getting integrated with this team is going to be something new for him, but I really foresee him to be one of the top players for this team later in the season.
Yeah, and he's an exciting player, 4-star transfer from Nebraska. And when he was recruited, he was a top 50 recruit out of high school and the second-ranked player in the state of Connecticut. So a lot of potential with Griffiths.
Definitely. I'm definitely going to love to see him and Hastings down in the paint today. I think that's going to be a really great matchup to see who's going to do what at what time. Definitely.
And we are getting set for tip-off here. The Owls getting ready. Leocore Center rocking at 2 o'clock on a Saturday.
Hastings and Babatunde on the tip-off.
And the ball is up, and it's tipped to Boston College, taken by number 9. I'm trying to find it. Chase Forte passes it. Now down to the paint with Boston College. It's up for 2, and it is not going to go in. Griffiths takes it down into the paint, passes it to Darian Ford, who kicks it out to Tobiasen, who takes a 3, and it's not going to go in. And out of bounds off of Tobiasen, so Boston College, no, off of Boston College trying to get the rebound. So it looks like Temple will keep possession here, and it'll be number 11.
Babatunde Durodala.
Here to inbound it. And it's into Griffiths, who puts it up for 2.
Temple is definitely seeing an early lead in this game.
And Boston College taking it. Forte kicks it. 23 Hastings now has it at the top of the key. Out to number 9, Forte again. Down into the paint goes Shaw, who is not able to get any points there. And Mason is going to take it. Kicks it to number 22, Darian Ford, who goes for 3, and it is not able to land that one, sink that one. And number 5, 4-3, that's Payne for Boston College. It's going to make it 3-2. And taking it out here, taking it to Duradola. Duradola down into the paint, kicks it, or looking around, gets it up, and it is no good. Great defensive effort there from Boston College, from, I believe that's Jamal Hastings.
And for Hastings, this is definitely going to be one of the big plays, because I know he's definitely going to go for more blocks this game, because, that's definitely his specialty. So I would see him definitely playing defense in that aspect of this game.
Yeah, and Jaden Hastings actually commits a foul there, so we're going to see free throws now from Duradola. The first free throw is up, and it's in. That'll make it 3-3 Temple. Second free throw incoming. The Leocore Center dead silent, and Duradola sinks a second free throw to make it 4-3. It's going to be taken out now by Forte. Forte kicks it. Top of the paint, Shaw has it now. Kicks it down into top of the key here. It's number 9, Forte with it again. Dribbling around, looking for something, driving down into the wing. Low wing, kicks it back out to number 13, Han Jr., who takes a shot. It's a deep 2 that lands. That's going to make it 5-3 Boston College.
Really close game here.
And Tobiasen takes it, bringing it out for Temple, passing to Duradola. Duradola down into the paint goes to Tobiasen, and that is a great play, alley-oop style play. Duradola to Tobiasen to make it 6-5 Temple. Now Forte has it at the top of the key for Boston, passing it to Han Jr. Han taking it down into the paint, across the court to Payne. Payne losing control a little bit, trying to take a shot, gets it out. 2 Temple defenders on him tight, and the shot is up and no good from Han Jr. And Griffiths on the quick transition tries to take a 3 from the corner there, and it will not sink as Forte brings it back for Boston College, passing it to Payne. Payne waiting for something to get set up here, looking for a little pick. He doesn't get it, passes it back to Forte. Forte dribbling around, driving down into the paint. He's gonna shoot it, and it's in and good. That is a 2-pointer in the paint for Forte, making it 7-6 Boston College. Brought out again by Aiden Tobiasen. Tobiasen moving across the court, kicks it to Jordan Mason, who kicks it to Gavin Griffiths, and Griffiths for 3 and no good. Rebounded by Hastings, who kicks it immediately to Forte. Forte at the top of the key again, down into the low wing, out to the top of the key again, and number 13, Donald Han Jr. can't sink a 3. It's rebounded by Shaw, who puts it up for 2 to make it 9-6 Boston College. Aiden Shaw with a great effort there to come away with points, and it's being brought out now by Darian Ford, who kicks to Aiden Tobiasen. Tobiasen looking around, trying to get a pick set up, and he passes it to number 32, Jordan Mason, who tries to get it back to Tobiasen, but it's blocked. And Mason driving into the paint and putting up a 2. Jordan Mason taking the open lane down to the basket there to make it 8-9. And now Boston College has it again. It is Forte with the ball, kicks it out to Payne, who takes a 3, and it is good. And that'll make it 12-8 Boston College. As Jordan Mason brings it out for Temple. Mason dribbling around at the top of the key, looking to see if he can get anyone open, driving down into the paint and putting up a shot, but it's good defense from Payne there, or excuse me, from Forte. And Payne puts up a shot for 3, and it's good on the quick transition. Fred Payne hits a 3 to make it 15-8. Now Aiden Tobiasen bringing it out again for Temple and passing it to Babatunde Duradola, who kicks it quickly to Darian Ford. Ford driving down into the paint, looking for 2, and he's not going to get it. And it's going to be out of bounds on Temple as they went for the rebound off that 2. And
really hard with each other. I mean, this is a really fast-paced game here. Boston College is up 15, Temple has 8, but, you know, Temple's still going at it. I feel like Boston College is definitely making a really good effort defensively, though, and they are a guard-heavy team, so we did know that we were going to see a lot of defensive efforts in this first half, especially since last year. They have something to uphold. They beat Temple last year, so they want to keep their ranking over Temple at this point.
Yeah, and we're seeing Boston College play very physical down in the paint right now, kind of winning the rebound game, and Temple just not really able to get those easy shots in the paint off. Boston College not letting up a lot of lanes, and Temple's not been able to sink three-pointers so far.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as we see here, you know, Boston College field goal percentage is 60%, and Temple's is only 38% right now. So they really need to come out and shoot better. They need to have more accuracy all around, because essentially Boston College could outshoot them in this game, which is what they do not want.
Yeah, and Temple starting 0 for 4 on three-point field goals. just not what you want to see.
Yeah, it's definitely not what we want to see, and we definitely have to. I say, as Temple has to focus definitely more on their defensive aspect, because their offense, if their offense isn't falling, they need to have something to fall back onto. So their defense is what is essentially going to win them this game, because, like I said, Boston College, I know last time against Central Connecticut, they were running a lot of zones. They had a lot of 3-2 to 2-3 action for shooters, but I think they noticed that Temple's shooting percentages aren't going to be as high, so they're definitely going to play more into the paint, which is what Temple does. They play more forward positions, so they're definitely going to play more in the paint. So they're definitely going to have to keep their eye out open for Boston College's defense, because they seem to be going man-to-man and not letting anyone get in the paint. So they're going to have to step back out and try to shoot better to beat this team.
Yeah, and they're just going to need to get these shots under control here. The attempts have been there. Gavin Griffiths has had 2 really solid three-point attempts. He just hasn't been able to land them. But I wonder, as we get further into this game, if we'll see Temple start to settle down and make some of these shots that they're missing on to get back into it.
Yeah, and we did see a couple of people having a really good first half too. Payne for Boston College. We see him having a really good first half, and Griffiths is in action right now. So what do you think about how he's been playing so far?
I'd love to see him be landing these three-point shots he's taking, but he's had one really nice deep 2. He's doing a good job at getting open. I don't know if that's Adam Fisher's scheme or if it's just him being able to find soft spots, but he's creating shot opportunities for himself, and I think now he just needs to be able to sink some of these shots, though it looks like out of the media timeout, Gavin Griffiths is off the field, or off the court, and instead number 4, Mohamed Kita, has been subbed in. He's 7'1", the only center that on Temple's roster, as Boston College takes it. And number 10, Luka Taves, bringing it out. Taves being contested here by Mason at the top of the key, and it's kicked out eventually to Payne. Payne gets it to Hand Jr. Hand back to Taves. Taves looking around, trying to get a shot, gets it back to Hand. Hand well covered, 2 men on him, finds a man in the corner who shoots for 3, and it is not gonna go in. And on the rebound, it's gonna be out on Temple. So Boston College will retain the ball in scoring position. The pass incoming from Taves. And Taves gets it in, and the shot is immediately up and missed by number 33, Kapke. But rebounded by Boston College, and Kapke puts it up, and that's another 2 for Boston College to make it 17-8. As it's brought out here by Jordan Mason for the Owls. And Mason driving down into the paint, looking for 2, and he gets it. And that's a great shot, driving down, a great physical play. And Taves quickly down into the paint for Boston College, and it is going to be out of bounds as it's kicked out to Hand Jr. in that corner. Aiden Tobiasen covering, and they're going to call that out on Tobiasen. So Boston College retains possession, but Temple showing they're willing to play physical here and not let up too many easy shots. Taves kicks it quickly to Payne, and Payne gets it out. Payne gets it out to Kapke, who puts it up for 3, making it 20-10.
2 back-to-back shots for him, by the way.
Yeah, he's had the last 5 for Boston College here.
It's crazy.
As Jordan Mason brings it out again for Temple. Mason looking around, finds Darian Ford on the deep wing. Ford drives down into the paint and puts up a shot for 2 that's no good. But Ford hits the ground, and we may see a free throw here. May see some free throws. And yeah, foul's going to be called. Darian Ford will get 2 free throws. Driving in from that corner, trying to hit a reverse layup, and gets knocked down, gets pushed, and the first free throw is up and good for Darian Ford. And free throw number 2 incoming. And it is up and good. That'll make it 12-20. Temple 4 for 4 on free throws to start the game. As Luka Taves gonna bring it out here for Boston College. And Taves gets it to Asamoah. Asamoah kicks it back to Taves, who gets it to Kapke. Kapke looks to Taves at the top of the arc, dribbling down into the paint. And it's passed out to Payne. And Fred Payne takes a shot, but there was a whistle before that shot. And it's going to be a foul called against Temple, or a substitution being made. And Temple's going to get possession. So it looks like a foul from Boston College, likely. And Temple gets possession here. Aiden Tobiasen takes it, kicks it to Jordan Mason, who drives down into the paint and passes it back out to Smith. Smith gets it to Tobiasen, who looks for 3 and can't find it. And it's rebounded by Asamoah for Boston College, who gets it to Taves, who dribbles at the top of the key, passing it to Payne. Payne looking around, gets it to Kapke, who kicks it on the far wing. And it's a deep 3 attempt for Radanovic of Boston College, who doesn't make it, but Temple driving down into the paint off the takeaway, or off the turnaround, not able to make the shot there, but they get the rebound. Aiden Tobiasen looks for 3 and misses. And it's another rebound for Radanovic, who passes it out to Fred Payne. Payne down to Kapke in the paint. Kapke puts it up, but it's not going to go in. Rebounded by the 7'1" Mohamed Kaida, who gets it to Tobiasen. Tobiasen kicks it to Smith, and Smith down into the paint is going to make it and is fouled. So 2 with a chance for +1 here for Temple. The score's 14-20. And it looks like a quick media timeout here.
Yeah, as they review this, I mean, I love to see Darian Ford having a bunch of action in this game. You know, last game they actually came off of a great win against LaSalle here in Pennsylvania. Score was 90-63, and Darian Ford had his season's best of 22 points. So I'd love to see him get so much action in this game.
Yeah, and another guy who we've seen a lot of today is the senior guard out of San Antonio, Texas, Jordan Mason, who currently he's 2 for 2 on 2-point field goals. He's seen the ball quite a bit. He's Temple's leading scorer, who's in the game right now with 4 points. And all around, he's been looking good. He's getting the ball, he's getting open, he's driving down into the paint very effectively.
Definitely. I definitely want to see more of a defensive effort from both teams, you know. I mean, they're going back and forth, and the score is actually getting pretty close. You know, Temple just closed in a bit. I mean, it's a 6-point difference. I feel like if they work really hard, they can definitely come back, and Boston College has to work hard to keep their lead because, once again, they want to win this game very badly, and they don't want another loss on their record, especially this early in the season, and since it's out of conference, they definitely want to take this as a win, even though it's going to be a hard-fought game. You know, last year it was 72-69, so it was very close. So I'm thinking that by the way they're playing, the game is definitely going to get close again, and Temple cannot let them run away with this lead. Yeah,
and I think I like the decision by Temple to bring in Mohamed Kaida. Excuse me. I like the decision to bring in Mohamed Kaida. He's 7'1", and we've already seen him put up a board. And I think just when you're playing a team like Boston College as Temple, you know, they've just got some bigger guys out there. You know, Radanovic and Asamoah are both 2 big bodies. And I like the decision to bring in a big body of your own to try and be able to have someone who can put up a bit more of a competition for these boards and just down in the paint generally. And I think Kaida looks good so far.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think both coaches were expecting both teams to go guard heavy, and I think Boston College kind of pulled out a stop with the big guys on the court today. So I think that Temple definitely knows that they have to put bigs back in this game to be contestable, especially with the rebounds and, you know, Hastings with the blocks, all of that. They definitely have to put more bigs in the game.
Yeah, and the 6'11" Bowden Kapke for Boston College had 5 points in that last period, and he's Boston College's last 5 points still, and he's looking dangerous if you're Temple.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, his rebounding, his putback, you know, everything, his reflex time, everything has been looking really on point. So I definitely think he's going to get a lot of good shots this game, and I think Temple definitely has to put someone at the post, another forward to definitely watch him down low.
Yeah, and we're going to see Smith for Temple. AJ Smith take the free throw. It's missed, but rebounded, and Smith puts up a three that's not going to go in. The board there goes to Gilliard, and there's another whistle blown. Looks like Temple will retain possession. A foul called on Boston College there, as there was a pass, or as the shot missed and there was an attempted rebound. And the ball is going to be inbounded now by Darian Ford. Ford gets it to Smith. Smith dribbling around, takes a shot for deep two, and it's missed short, and no one touches it as it goes out of bounds. Boston College gonna take the ball, and it looks like a substitution happening quickly here with the stoppage. AJ Smith being subbed out for Gavin Griffiths. LeBron frames himself as Fred Payne takes it and passes it around and ends up with the ball again at the top of the key. Now Shaw has it, number 23, gets it to Kapke. Kapke gets it back to Payne. Payne drives down into the paint and is not able to put it up. Two Temple defenders there sticking with him. And it's going to go out of bounds on that one off of the shot. Aiden Tobiasen here to inbound it. And he inbounds it to Gavin Griffiths, who tosses it right back to Tobiasen. Tobiasen bringing it over the half-court line and dribbling in the top of the key now, letting maybe a play get set up here as he gets it to Griffiths, who immediately kicks it back to Tobiasen. Tobiasen running across the floor, driving down into the paint, and he kicks it out to Griffiths at the top of the arc. Griffiths drives down in the paint and takes a shot for two that lands to make it 16-20. Boston College as Forte brings it out for Boston College. Forte kicks it to Kapke. Kapke driving down into the paint with some power, and it is no good. Rebounded and attempted to be put in twice by number 23, Shaw, for Boston College, and he fails both times. Temple comes down with the rebound off of those attempts. Now Aiden Tobiasen has it at the top of the key for Temple. Dribbling around, driving into the wing a little bit, and into the paint goes Duradola. Goes Gilliard. And Gilliard gets two to make it 18-20, Temple, as Forte takes it again for Boston College and kicks it quickly to Radanovic. Radanovic dribbling along the top of the arc, gets it back to Forte. Forte kicks it back to Radanovic. Radanovic stepping back some, looking for a lane, and he finds an open shot for three that is no good. Rebounded by Temple. And Gilliard brings it down into the paint to makes it 20-20 with a great drive for two. As Forte takes it again, kicks it to Kapke real quickly, and Kapke's shot comes up short and is quickly out of bounds. And there's going to be a stoppage here. Very brief stoppage.
Looks like they're having a little confusion on the subbing.
Substitution confusions, but the whistle is blown, and Tobiasen inbounds it to Darian Ford, who kicks it back to Tobiasen. It's kicked back to Ford. Ford passes it, and and is handed it right back by Duradola. Duradola kicks it to Griffiths, who drives down into the paint, looking for a shot, looking for two, and it is not going to go in. And it's rebounded by Boston College. Fred Payne ends up with it, bringing it out past half court again. Boston College's coach signaling a play call here, looking to get something set up as they're in a bit of a scoring drought here. Fred Payne has it again at the top of the arc after a quick pass out. Payne gets it to Forte, or gets it to Hand, who shoots and misses. And it's rebounded by Gavin Griffiths, who passes it quickly to Aiden Tobiasen. Tobiasen driving down into that high wing, but he loses possession here, and Radanovic comes up with the steal, kicks it quickly to Forte, who takes a shot, and it's sunk. And that's going to be a three-point shot for Forte to make it 23-20, Boston College, as Aiden Tobiasen brings it out, contested by Forte again in his own half, and he gets around him and drives into the paint looking for two. He ends up on the ground. He looks injured. He misses that two-point shot and looks in pain a little bit on the ground there, getting up slowly, and walking off is Aiden Tobiasen. This is not an injury you want to see in a close game like this if you're Temple.
Yeah,
You hope he's just coming up a little. Hopefully the air was just knocked out of him a little bit.
Yeah, definitely not. I saw him holding his back over there. I think that he may have fell on the tailbone area, but I guess we'll see with further review. But even still, I think that Temple actually did come out with a bang this after the last time out. It's 23-20. You know, Temple's still down, but they still did a really good job coming back with a defense that definitely disrupted Boston College, I would say.
Yeah, Boston College, only 3 points in that last period of play. Temple able to come all the way back. And I think a big part of it comes down to Fred Payne being taken out from Boston College. He has 9 of Boston College's 23 points on the day. And with him out, their offense just stagnated for a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're trying to give him a breather, but in this game, I think even breathers can be very dangerous for good, really well-rounded players like Fred Payne. I mean, I think they're going to ultimately need him to be in the game at all times, which can be tough, but we're definitely seeing other really good efforts from other players, you know. And I see, you know, Earl Grant, he was definitely trying to run some kind of pick and roll to get the ball in the middle, but he does still have really good shooters on the court, so he's definitely going to try to figure out how to run a play that would both adhere to the people in the paint and the people outside of the three-point line.
Yeah, and we're seeing also Chase Forte really playing hard on that last possession, playing Aiden Tobiasen very tight as he tried to bring it out past half court, trying to make sure that Temple couldn't get anything set up to try and take back the tie. And just overall, I like the effort I've seen from Chase Forte. I think Temple's done a good job shutting down Hand today, Donald Hand Jr., who's 1 for 4 on field goals, 0 for 3 on three-point field goals, and just has 2 points.
Yeah, and that's really, really big for Temple, you know. Adam Fisher probably went into this game knowing who exactly to target and who he wanted to shut down defensively, because this game is about shutting down players who have been having big scoring games, such as Hand Jr. And another person who did a really good job is actually Griffiths, and we talked about how we wanted to see him having more minutes, and he actually had 3 blocks within 2 minutes, and after the first one, he actually was rewarded by scoring at the other end, so I think that he's been doing a really good job. He's been having a really good performance, and I think that they could definitely use him in this game.
Yeah, and notably Duradola also with 2 rebounds on the game, which is really huge. That's what you have your 6'8" guy for when you're running 4-guard set, a lot of smaller guys. As the action resumes, Chase Forte bringing it out for Boston College, passing quickly to Hand Jr., who passes it right back, and Forte to Hand, who loses it for a second, but gets it back to Chase Forte, who dribbles around and loses the ball. It's stolen, knocked out by Gavin Griffiths, who brings it quickly into Temple territory and kicks it to Jordan Mason, who passes it to number 1, Felt, in the paint. Felt gets it out to Griffiths, who takes a shot for 3 that will not land. as it's brought back out and shot quickly by Radanovic, driving down into the paint. It's missed, but rebounded by Hastings, who puts it up for 2. As Mason brings it out for Temple. The score is 25-20 with 6 minutes, 40 seconds to play. Mason gets it to Griffiths, who passes it down to Felt in the paint. Felt looking for 2, and it's not going to go in. Rebounded. The shot attempt rebounded by Gilliard, who puts it up and misses, and a whistle is blown. And this Boston College defense playing very physical down in the paint, not really letting Temple have anything still, but a foul called there. So we're going to see Messiah Gilliard with 2 free throws to try and make it a 3-point game again. And the first free throw is up for Gilliard and in. So make it 21-25. And free throw number 2 incoming. And it is up, and it is good. 22-25 off of the free throws. Temple brings it back down to a 1-possession game. And a quick substitution for Boston College.
We also see Aiden Tobiasen back in the game.
Aiden Tobiasen and Gavin Griffiths both back in, as Chase Forte brings it out and kicks it out. Hand Jr. ends up with it. Radanovic has it, passes it to Kapke down in the paint. Kapke up for 2 and not able to get it in. Good physical drive to the basket there by Kapke, but a great job in defense by Felt. And Felt has it in the paint off a pass from Tobiasen. He goes for the dunk, but loses the ball right at the rim as Radanovic brings it out, gets it to Hand Jr., who looks for 3 and misses again. Just not able to hit on those today. As Darian Ford brings it out, up for a 2-point attempt that misses, but a whistle blown before the shot. As looks like maybe a foul called on Darian Ford on that transition. But Temple will keep possession, so not a foul on Darian Ford.
Substitution for Boston College, number 30, Caleb Steger, replacing number
As a substitution is made, Chase Forte coming out, and number 30, Caleb Steger, coming into the game. And the pass in goes to Felt, Jahmai Felt for Temple, who still has it down in that low wing. Passes to Aiden Tobiasen, who drives through the paint into the middling area of the wing, shoots for 2, ends up on the ground, but doesn't make it. No foul called. As Fred Payne brings it out again for Boston College, passes it to Kapke down in the paint, who looks for 2 and misses. A whistle blown, a foul called on Jahmai Felt of Temple, so Boston College's Kapke is going to get a shot. Bowden Kapke going to have 2 free throws here. And both these teams really tightening up their defenses here in the latter half of this first half. And Kapke's first free throw is up and missed. As number 2, Ayuba Bryant Jr., the freshman, is subbing in for Jahmai Felt. And the second free throw is incoming from Kapke. It's up, and Bowden Kapke goes 0 for 2 on free throws here. And it's rebounded quickly by Darian Ford, who kicks it to Jordan Mason. Mason bringing it across the half-court line. And from the top of the key, driving down into the paint, puts a shot up, but it's tipped and blocked by Radanovic down in the paint. And it's rebounded by Boston College. Fred Payne has it now, driving into the low wing, kicks it to number 13, Donald Hand, who comes across into the paint, puts it up for 2, and it's missed. Will remain 25-22 Boston College as we hit 5 minutes to play in the first half. And Boston College retains possession as the ball is out of bounds off of Temple. there. Radanovic gets the pass in, kicks it to Fred Payne. Payne back to Radanovic. Radanovic passes it out to number 13, Donald Hand, who drives down towards the basket and hits a reverse layup to get it in for 2, making it 27-22. Brought out here by Jordan Mason, who has it at the top of the key. Ayuba Bryant trying to set up a pick. Kicks it to Gavin Griffiths, who kicks it to Aiden Tobiasen. Hooter the Owl is up here, and Tobiasen puts it up for 2, and it is missed. And rebounded by Boston College, but stolen back quickly by Temple. Tobiasen puts up another shot for 2, but misses. And a foul is called on Bowden Kepke. So Aiden Tobiasen will get 2 fouls here, 2 free throws here.
And Temple is now 1-1 because Boston College has 7 fouls. Make it 10, and it'll be 2 free throws per foul for this half.
Yeah, Boston College has been a little foul heavy so far this half. And Temple benefiting. The first free throw is up and good for Aiden Tobiasen, making it 23-27. Boston College. And Bowden Kepke's played some very physical ball this half, a little too physical there. But Tobiasen's second free throw is up and good. And that will bring it back to a 3-point game. 24-27 with 4:20 to play in the first half. And Fred Payne bringing it across for Boston College. Stopping at the top of the key, kicking it to Hand. Hand looks to Radanovic, who passes back to Hand after seeing nothing, no lane there. And Hand gets it back and drives down in the paint, but can't find anything. It's put up and missed, and rebounded and put up by Kepke for 2. 29-24 Boston College, as Jordan Mason brings it out. And coming across the court, passing it back to Aiden Tobiasen. And Tobiasen gets it to Ayuba Bryant in the paint, who passes it to Jordan Mason, who drives down and passes it out to Darian Ford, who takes a shot for 3 that doesn't land. It's a fight on the rebound, and Aiden Tobiasen comes away with it, but a whistle's blown. And Boston College looks happy with that call. Looks like maybe a foul as they looked for the rebound, and Boston College may get possession here.
Yeah, Boston College definitely is foul heavy, I would say, in this half. They have 7 fouls, and Temple only has 4 fouls. But both teams are going really, really hard. I mean, every shot that has been taken has been contested as it is about to go out of bounds and as it is going up. So both teams are definitely working really hard on the defensive end. And, you know, both coaches have probably talked to both teams about this.
Yeah, and the rebound game has been very important. We've seen Boston College have a few shots missed and then immediately rebounded and put back up. And that's contributing, I'd say, largely to their 5-point lead here. Temple just hasn't been able to keep that same energy, getting out physical in the paint a little bit here.
Yeah, definitely. And I see Kepke down below at the post, definitely making so many rebounds, and from that he gets rewarded. He gets so many benefits, and he has 7 points in this half, so I'd love to see what he's going to do in the second half. And Adam Fisher is definitely going to have to tell Temple to watch out for him down low, because that is their kryptonite right now.
Yeah, and notably 5 rebounds right now for Donald Hand Jr. And both teams have 6 offensive rebounds, actually. But Boston College with 2 more total rebounds than Temple. Honestly, a pretty even matchup.
I would agree. I say it's a very, very even matchup. I really could not predict what is going to happen in this game, as well as the viewers here. I mean, it's a pretty packed arena today, and I think everyone's just as excited to see the outcome of this score as we are. Both coaches are going to have to definitely come up with plays that either team has not seen yet, because they have played each other last year, and I know they remember that matchup, and I know that both teams want to win this very badly.
Yeah, and right now, I think the biggest key, or the biggest thing that I'm noticing out of Temple is there's no one lead scorer right now, really. The team high is a multiple-way tie with 4 points. Several players have 4 points. Whereas with Boston, you see Fred Payne has 9. And Bowden Kepke has 7. So Temple spreading the ball around and seeing points from a lot of their guys, where Boston College is really seeing the bulk of their points come from 2 or 3 star players.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's why it's so important for Temple to genuinely lock down on those players who are seeing most of the points being scored on their end, because that is the way that they're going to end up winning this game. With Boston College, they're going to have to increase their defense and maybe even go man-to-man to stop people from driving, because Temple has everyone all around scoring points, and for Boston College, they have some main scorers, so they're going to really have to lock down their defenses in opposite ways to win this game.
Yeah, and Boston College, I think, has made an effort to stop Aiden Tobiasen today. He's 1 for 8 on field goals. He has 4 points. 2 of them were off of free throws as Boston College gets the ball here. Fred Payne bringing it out, inbounded by Donald Hand Jr. Payne brings it down into the paint, kicks it to Kapke, who has an open shot for 3, and he makes it. And if you're Temple, you can't give up that kind of lane, as it is 32-24. Jordan Mason bringing it out again for Temple. Mason moving to the far top of the arc, down towards scoring position, kicks it to Ayuba Bryant, and he passes it to Darian Ford in the paint, who's tripped up driving to the basket there. And we may see a tripping call here.
Substitution for now, number 10.
And maybe even a free throw. It looks like they're setting up for.
Yeah, another foul. I mean, it's 8 fouls, so it's definitely 1-and-1 now. So even if it's on the box, it'll definitely be shots for Temple.
Yeah, and Darian Ford's going to get free throws here off of that foul from Boston College, and that's what's really keeping Temple in this right now, as they are into their bonus right now. And the first free throw is up and good for Temple.
Temple's free throws are really keeping them alive right now.
Yeah, and if you're Boston College, you really just need to tighten up and stop letting them have so many of these. 25-32, and the second free throw is up and sunk by Darian Ford. And that will make it 26-32 Boston College with 3 minutes and 3 seconds to play in this first half, as Payne brings it out once again. Payne looking around at the top of the key, kicks it to number 30, Caleb Staker, who passes it across the court to Radanovic, who takes a shot for 3 that is well over the basket. On a quick transition, Temple gets 2. Gilliard got the pass down in the paint and put it up for 2 on a quick transition there. And Payne bringing it back out again. 28-32 is the score. Payne doing it around. Defense chance rained down in the Accor Center. Payne passes it and gets it back at the top of the key as he looks around, gets it to Radanovic. And Radanovic looks to shoot and loses control of the ball there. And it's going to be out of bounds. Temple will get the ball back. Radanovic drove down into the paint there looking for a layup, and just wasn't anything there for him. And tried to sell a bit of a flop and wasn't able to get away with it.
I think they're going into a timeout now.
Yes, Boston calls a timeout there.
A notable player for me, Messiah Gilliard. He's a transfer from Manhattan, and he's definitely trying to make an impact, and he's seeing a lot of minutes today. He's been very, very consistent throughout the entire game. Whether it's bringing the ball up or scoring or dishing it to his players, he's been very consistent on the court. And I know that Temple is definitely very glad to have him this season. He's definitely creating an impact, and it's definitely a good one.
Yeah, and Messiah Gilliard is a player last year at Manhattan who shot 50% or better in 19 of his 31 games and was over double digits in 18. So this is a player who can definitely make an impact on a game, and we're seeing it here today.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely one of those all-around players. He's definitely the type of player to get his team involved as well, which is super important in this kind of game. As we see, so many Temple players have an equal amount of points, and that's because people are assisting to the ball to their teammates, and they're allowing for their teammates to also make plays, which is so important and so impactful, not just in this game, but in the game of basketball in general, because you want everyone to be involved. That's how you win games.
Yeah, and both players who I thought were going to be impactful shooting for Temple have been shut down pretty well today in Aiden Tobiasen and Gavin Griffiths. And for Boston College, Donald Hand's been shut down. But Bowden Kapke is now sitting at 10 points. He stepped up big time.
Oh, definitely. You know, Kapke, I saw him at the other end rebounding, and then you see a big man go outside to shoot the three. So he's definitely an all-around player, and he's definitely going to make a great impact.
And we'll resume play here. Darian Ford bringing it out for Temple. Jumping around, covered by Fred Payne. Still Ford with the ball, looking for anything, driving down into the paint, and it's up for two, and it's off the backboard. Rebounded by Kapke, who kicks it to Hand, who gets it to Payne. Payne bringing it out again at the top of the key, looking around for anything here. Driving down into the paint, and he has two. Fred Payne up to 11 points on the day, making the score 36-28, Boston College. Making the score 34-28. They updated it before I said it. And it's number 9, AJ Smith, looking for something there, and he gets tripped up driving down into the paint. We may see more free throws from Temple. As the ref comes in to help sort this one out. And yeah, they're lining up for free throws. AJ Smith, and that's going to be foul number 9 for Boston College.
They really have to watch their fouls if they're going to want to pull through this game. I mean, Temple's going to outshoot them in free throws, so they have to be very careful.
Temple 10 for 11 on free throws today. Over a third of their points have come. As another one there, landed, sunk by AJ Smith to make it 29-34. And the second one up and in. 30-34 is the score with 1 minute, 21 seconds to play in the first half. Fred Payne bringing it out for Boston College once again. Payne at the top of the arc, looking around, passes it across the court to Steger, who misses a three, and it's rebounded and put up quickly on the turnaround by Darian Ford, who drove down into the paint, tripped up, took a shot, and may get more free throws.
And now they're on the double bonus, which is even worse for Boston College. They need to be very, very careful, as I said before, because the more fouls that go up, I mean, now they're in the double bonus, so they get 2 shots. So it doesn't matter if he misses the first one, he'll get 2 shots on this one.
And Darian Ford here to take some free throws. First one is up and missed. Free throw number 2 up and in. 31-34. Temple gets it back down to 3 as Fred Payne brings it out once again for Boston College. Being pressured a bit by Darian Ford here. Fred Payne looking for something. Temple's defense not giving him any lanes. Gets it to Donald Hand. Hand looking around, driving into the paint, takes a shot just outside of it for 2. That is no good. Whistle blown on the shot. Boos rained down from the Liacouras Center crowd as a foul is called on AJ Smith. So Donald Hand Jr. gonna get some free throws here. And Boston College 0 for 2 on free throws on the day so far. We'll see if Hand, and he sinks his first one, if Hand can bring that percentage up, as he does, making it 35-31, excuse me. And a quick stoppage here, as Temple is called a timeout.
To me, it really seems like Darian Ford knows how to drive when Boston College is under pressure. You know, they put Temple in a 1-and-1, and now they're in a double bonus. So Darian Ford, I mean, he just went down the center and knew to get a foul because he was definitely going to be able to take his team to the double bonus, which is very smart on his behalf.
Yeah, great job from Darian Ford to take that fall and be able to put up a free throw. And Boston College really keeping Temple in this game with 10 first half fouls.
Yeah, definitely. And on the other end, you know, coach seems like he's running plays for Payne so that he can get a bucket and really get involved in this game. You know, that seems like as of right now that is his go-to player. So he's really trying to get him involved so that the team can stay ahead. The score is getting closer with 31 Temple, 35 Boston College, but I know that they both really, really want to win this game, as I've been saying the whole time.
And notably here, Temple shooting 30% total on field goals, 0%, 0 for 8 on three-point field goals here with 43 seconds left in the half, as we will see the second free throw here for Donald Ham. And it is up and it is good. 36-31 will be the score as Temple gets the ball back. And Boston College putting some pressure on Temple in their own half, not making it an easy pass in, as it's brought out by Jordan Mason, who drives down into the paint, stops, shoots, and misses. Rebounded by Hand, who passes it to Payne. Payne bringing it out, covered by Darian Ford. Payne over the half-court line now. Into the top of the arc, or into the, into Boston territory. And a whistle blown. And Darian Ford drawing a foul there in the top of the key. And a quick inbound, Chase Forte to Fred Payne. Forte back in the game, subbed in for Radanovic, as Payne puts up a shot for three that doesn't go in. Kapke rebounds it down in the paint, but loses possession. Tobiasen, 10 seconds on the clock. 1 second on the clock, puts a shot up, and it is no good. 31-36 will be your score at the end of the first half. Boston College leads, but a tightly contested matchup. Both teams playing very physical ball. And what do you think is key going into the second half to see from both these teams, Heaven?
I think going into the second half, Boston College is definitely going to have to keep up a really good defensive effort, but what they're going to have to really do is get more shots on the three-point line. I mean, you've seen a lot in the paint, but Temple definitely can predict this now. They can predict that Boston College is going to stay in the paint for the second half. So the coach is going to have to really get his players to shoot on the wings. And for Temple, they're going to have to really get more bigs in the game, in my opinion. They're going to have to get more people to score in the paint because that is their kryptonite right now.
Yeah, and I think Temple just really needs to pick up their three-point shooting. 0%, 29% field goal shooting. It's just been rough all over shooting for Temple. They've been bailed out by their 15 free throw attempts. Almost not quite half their points. About a third of their points coming off of free throws. If you're Boston College, you just really need to clean up the fouls, because it's not necessarily easy to keep Temple out of the game at this rate if you can clean them up, but certainly gets significantly easier with the way that Temple shot so far.
Oh, definitely. I agree, and I think that for Boston College, it's definitely going to be key for them to get even more attempts on the free throw line. They're going to have to drive more and everything like that, too.
Yeah, but that is going to bring us to the end of our first half coverage. Check back in about 10 minutes. The second half kicks off in 13 minutes. We'll probably be live a little bit before then for our second half coverage on WHIP Radio. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are 2 minutes and 45 seconds out from the start of the second half here at Liacouras Center. Temple, Boston College, 36-31. Reversed. It's 36 Boston College, 31 Temple. At the end of one. Thoughts on the half so far? Thoughts on that first half, Heaven?
The first half has definitely been crazy. So much on the defensive end from both teams. Such a hard-fought first half, honestly. They've definitely been going back and forth. I mean, this is such a great matchup that, you know, being 36-31, that's a pretty low scoring first half, which means that they've both been locking it down defensively. So I'm excited to see a better offensive second half, even though both teams have been doing very, very well defensively.
Yeah, and I think an interesting stat to take note of here is turnovers for Boston College and Temple. Boston College, 5 turnovers to Temple's 2. But Boston College also 6 points off of turnovers and Temple only with 2. So I think going into the second half, the biggest key for Temple is shooting, because 29% on field goals is just not great. 0% on three-pointers is very bad. But I think also being able to get some more takeaways and also take advantage better of the takeaways that you get is going to be a big key for Temple in the second half.
And we've definitely seen Boston College locking down Tobiasen, and Tobiasen has been a really big three-point shooter for Temple this season. So by them locking him down, they've definitely seen such a decline. I mean, 0% is crazy for three-point percentage, I mean, in any half. And, you know, these two teams are going back and forth, so you need him to be able to shoot that three. And Boston College has locked him down from that, which is very smart on their part. But for Temple, it's definitely not looking too good from the three-point percentage part.
Yeah, and Temple's leading scorer, Darian Ford, has 7 points. 5 of those 7 points are free throws.
And that is insane, honestly. And that's why Boston College has to stop the fouling. I mean, they've fouled more than double of Temple in the last half. So they need to really, really chill on the fouling, and that is what's going to save them in this half. They would have been so much farther ahead if they wouldn't foul as much. However, Temple has players such as Darian Ford who knows how to draw that foul, so they're going to have to be very careful with him. And people like him, other guards on Temple, driving to the paint to get that foul and induce the foul. Yeah,
Boston College, key is definitely just cutting down the fouling. Darian Ford's done a great job drawing them, but I think they just came into this game a little bit aggressive, especially down in the paint. They're trying very hard to ensure that that Temple's not getting points in the paint. They're trying, and I think it's a good strategy to force Temple to take these three-point shots that Temple doesn't really seem to want to take today. They've only attempted 8 of them to Boston College's 17 three-point attempts.
Definitely, and it's going to be key for them to keep shooting. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so it's definitely important for Temple to keep shooting that three. And if they don't want to shoot the three, shoot the two, but shoot something. They have to get their field goal percentage up in this half. Yeah, and we are seeing the teams get set, the starting 5 coming out for both sides, as Temple should get it to start here, unless they tip off to start the second half as well. I could be mistaken, but Boston College started with it in the first half, so it looks like, yes, Aiden Tobiasen going to pass it in for the Owls to start out the second half. We flip sides of the court, and we're off. Mason has it on the right side at the top of the key, dribbling around, passing it to the left side. Gavin Griffiths shovels it right quickly over to Mason, who gets it, passes it right back to Griffiths. Griffiths driving down into the paint on the left side, takes a shot, puts it up. It's no good. A whistle blown as that's rebounded by, I believe, Donald Hand. Yes, Donald Hand Jr. with the rebound there as a whistle's blown. And it is an early foul for Boston College, as Temple will retain possession. And in that right corner, Darian Ford has it, driving down towards the middle, into the paint, losing control of the ball, and it's going to go out of bounds. Boston College fouls to try and keep Temple, or fouls to give Temple the ball back, but
Temple not able to take advantage of that, and Boston College is going to get the ball now as it is brought out by Chase Forte. Chase Forte bringing it across the field. Right side, it's Fred Payne who passes it to Hastings down the paint. Hastings tries to get it to Donald Hand, but it's going to roll off his foot out of bounds. And it may have hit off of a Temple Owl on the way out, so Boston College will retain possession. Shot clock at 17 as Hastings has it, no, Shaw has it, excuse me, at the top of the arc, but passes it to Hand Jr., who drives down in and misses it wide to the right. And it's going to go out of bounds off of the shot. Aiden Tobiasen inbounding it to Darian Ford. Ford bringing it out for Temple. On the right side, over the half-court line, as Duradola has it now. Duradola kicks it back to Darian Ford, who loses control of the ball a little bit there. Driving down, kicks it to Aiden Tobiasen in that right corner. Tobiasen passes to number 11, Duradola, in the paint, but as Duradola goes up, his shot's gonna be stopped by AJ Shaw. As Fred Payne loses possession. Oh my goodness. Fred Payne lost possession of the ball on the transition there. It was picked up by Aiden Tobiasen, who was able to hit a dunk uncontested to make it 33-36 Boston College. As it's brought back out by Payne, or by Chase Forte, excuse me. Forte passing it in the middle. Forte ends up with it again. It takes a shot for three. It's missed. Ford on the turnaround, able to hit a layup for two. And Temple really taking advantage of these transition periods to get points quickly. At the start of the second half, it's going to be 35-36. Boston College still with the lead and the ball here. And it is Payne looking at the top of the key for something, passing right to Shaw. Shaw gets it down into the paint, passes to Hastings, and Hastings takes two from in the paint to make it 38-35. As Mason brings it out for Temple. Mason passes it to Ford. Ford gets it back to Mason. Mason at the top of the arc, middle of the court, passes it to Ford on the right side, who drives down into the paint and takes a shot but draws another foul. So it'll be free throws again for Temple, as Boston College just can't get these fouls under control.
And Boston College already with 2 fouls, and Temple has 0, so.
Darian Ford going to take his 7th and 8th free throws of the game here, as the first one is in to make it 36-38. Boston College over Temple.
Substitution number 33.
And Kapke subbing back in. Bowden Kapke subbing in. And Jaden Hastings subbing out for Boston College, as the second free throw is impending. And it's up and in. It's a 1-point game once again. Boston College has the ball. It's brought out by Chase Forte. Forte gets it to Kapke down in the paint, passes it across the field to the right side, in the corner to number 13, Donald Hand, who takes a shot from the top of the arc there. 4-3 that lands to make it 41-37, Boston College. And it's brought out again by Jordan Mason, who drives down in the paint, looking for a shot. He finds one, but it bounces off the rim and is rebounded by Kapke. Boston College, Chase Forte brings it out. Forte looking around in the left side, passing it down to Bowden Kapke in the paint. Kapke looking for a shot, goes down, tries to pass it as he falls. And it's going to be no foul called.
It's going to be a travel on that play.
A travel on that, excuse me. It's going to be a travel as Aiden Tobiasen inbounds it to Jordan Mason. Mason bringing it out on the right side of the court. Passes to Tobiasen. Tobiasen flips it to number 11, Durazola. And Durazola passes it to Tobiasen on an alley-oop play in the paint for 2. 39-41 is the score. Kapke has the ball down just inside the arc, and it's passed to Chase, who gets it a bounce pass across the field to Hand. Hand loses control, dribbling down in towards the paint there. Gavin Griffiths has it on the quick transition, passes it out on the right side to Darian Ford, who drives into the paint and hits a layup to make it 41-41. We are all tied up here with 15:47 to play, as Boston College has it, passing it around at the top of the arc, and it ends up in Fred Payne's hands. Payne passes it on the right side to Chase Forte, who passes back to Payne, who passes to Kapke. Kapke puts a shot up that doesn't land, but rebounds and makes the shot, and that'll make it 43-41. As Temple has the ball, Aiden Tobiasen at the top of the arc takes a shot for 3, and it is just off the rim, rebounded by Boston College. Number 23, AJ Shaw. As Shaw kicks it to Payne. Payne kicks it to Hand, and Hand takes a deep shot for 3, and it's tipped and rebounded by Jordan Mason. Mason bringing it down into that top wing and stepping back outside the arc on the left side of the court, driving down into the paint and bringing it back out. No shooting lane being let up by Boston College. Mason drives down one more time, and it spins around in the rim and does not go in. Rebounded by Boston College. Number 5 has it. Fred Payne passes out at the top of the arc to Hand Jr. Hand kicks it to Chase Forte. Forte driving down into the paint from the right side, and the shot is put up and missed, rebounded by Babatunde Duradola. Duradola gets it to Jordan Mason again, who makes a physical drive into the paint and passes it over the top to Aiden Tobiasen back outside the arc. Tobiasen sitting at the top, 10 seconds on the shot clock, driving into the paint, looks to shoot, but the ball never really leaves his hands in the air, as Fred Payne blocks that shot from the start. And off the transition, takes a quick shot. The crowd is really into this, as the whistle was blown right before the shot was taken.
It's so crazy because there was no points on the board for either team in the first 2 minutes of this game. The first score was the dunk from Aiden Tobiasen, bringing the momentum. Darian Ford also bringing the momentum with that Euro step as well.
Yeah, and Temple's come out as we are in a media timeout after the foul called on Jordan Mason, which is what the crowd was upset about. But both teams have come out very strong. Temple still only one three-point free throw attempt, or one three-point field goal attempt, in this half. But still getting free throws. Boston College with 2 fouls in the first 7 minutes here.
Yeah, and can we talk about the air balls? I mean, we've been seeing air ball after air ball after air ball. First half and second half, I don't know what's going on, but both teams seem to be super short on the rim. I mean, whether it's a 3 or a deep 2 or regular 2, everyone has been seeming to just hit an immense amount of air balls this game. Yeah,
a lot of shots not even touching the backboard or the rim, just missing short and going out of bounds. And I think that's a testament to how tight these teams are playing defensively so far.
Definitely. I think every single shot that everyone has taken has been contested. There's been nobody that's been wide open. And that is a great thing by Earl Grant and Adam Fisher, because they definitely want to make sure that their players are playing a hardcore man-to-man defensive set on each other. They don't want anyone to slip by. They don't want any bigs to slip by. They don't want anyone to slip by on the three-point line, in the paint, nothing. They're playing a hard man-to-man defense, which I think is going to really benefit both teams.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I think you said it very well, Heaven. It's good man-to-man defense right now. They're not really letting up any shooting lanes. They're not letting any guys sit open, find pockets in the court, and we're seeing both teams struggle to shoot as a result.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that this is a big half for Darian Ford and Aiden Tobiasen on Temple University. I think they're doing a great thing together. And I think another notable thing is that Aiden Tobiasen and Babatunde Durodala, they have had great chemistry. They've been running pick and rolls left and right, and they have great chemistry, and that's what got Aiden Tobiasen that wide open lane that one time. They're having great chemistry, and I think that's really going to benefit them because they're both big, so they can both get in the paint, but they can also both shoot.
Yeah, and Babatunde Durodala and Aiden Tobiasen, both sophomores. So that chemistry, maybe something we'll be seeing for years here at the Liacouras Center.
Definitely. I hope to be seeing them multiple times together, and I hope they graduate together as well. Their chemistry is definitely undefinable.
Yeah, and Durodala only has 2 points on the day, but 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and that's about it. But 16 minutes, not bad stats to be posting. He's been great applying pressure defensively too, as we're going to see Fred Payne take free throws here for Boston College.
Who has also had a really great impact on the second half as well, as I might add.
Up to 13 points. 5 for 7, and 3 for 4 on three-point field goals. As he sinks that free throw, he only gets 1. And it's going to be 46-41, Boston College, as Jordan Mason brings it out. Across the half-court line, dribbling down into the right side, and into the paint, taking a shot that will not land. A whistle was blown prior to the shot anyways.
And we see Luka Taves back in this game, which Boston College is bringing back more guards on the field. They want to definitely get the three-pointers going.
Yeah, and Messiah Gilliard sub back in for Temple. And it is kicked. It is flipped quickly to Darian Ford. Ford passes to Mason. Mason sitting at the top of the arc, right in the middle of the court, driving down the left side into the paint, looking for a shot. There's nothing there. He finds it, and it's off the rim, fighting for the rebound right now. And Donald Hand comes down with it and passes it out to Taves. Taves on the left side, covered by Darian Ford right now. Passes to Payne. Payne flips it quickly to Kapke. Kapke gets it to Hand, who takes a shot for 3 that is rebounded and tipped back to Taves as the shot doesn't go in. Taves passes to Hand, who drives down to the paint and takes a shot for 2 that is in and out of the hoop, and it is fought for on the rebound, rolls out of bounds as the whistle is blown, and I believe that's going to be called out on Boston. Out on Temple, as Taves will take the throw in here. And it's passed in quickly to Hand. Hand in the paint looking for something. He goes up, comes down without making the shot, but a whistle's blown. 2 guys on him, and Temple fouled him. Temple fouled. He's going to get free throws.
Looks like they're not too happy with that foul call.
And honestly, I thought it wasn't the strongest call. I thought 2 Temple guys kind of sandwiching him. It was just good, well-contested defense going up with him for the shot as Hand misses the first free throw.
And these free throws are so important for Boston College to make. That's what's separating them and Temple right now. Even though Temple is down by 5, their free throws have been very determining of this score.
Yeah, and we're seeing the fouls pick up for both teams so far in the second half. Temple with 2, Boston College with 3. Still early, as the second free throw is good to make it 47-41 Boston College.
Looks like they're going to pick up full court at this point. Definitely putting the pressure on on Temple. Boston College is going to play a full court defensive press set.
Yeah, Taves staying down in there, and the big man, number 88, Marko Radinovic, subbing in for Boston College as Darian Ford brings it out for Temple. Ford dribbling down into the right top of the arc, down into the paint, And he puts a shot up for two. That is good. Very physical contest from Boston College, but a great job by Darian Ford. His 13th points on the game, 12th and 13.
Darian Ford is going to go for another 22-point game as he had versus Central Connecticut the last game. He's definitely hot, especially in this half.
Excuse me, Darian Ford up to 15, and he'll see a free throw here as he was fouled on that shot. And the free throw is up and good. Darian Ford, 16 points for Temple, leading their scoring effort as they are down by only 3 now. As Luka Taves brings it out for Temple, kicks it to Fred Payne on that left side. Payne down to Kapke in the paint, who puts a shot up, but it's contested by Mohamed Keita. And Keita with a great block there, rebounded by Aiden Tobiasen. Tobiasen gets it to A.J. Smith, who takes a shot down in the paint, but it's blocked and rebounded. And oh my goodness, what a block on the transition. Bowden Kapke looking for two, and it's blocked, knocked away by Mohamed Keita, who posted 2 blocks. Great defensive effort by the 7'1" man from Guinea.
It's so crazy. It's a block party out here, honestly. They have 2 of the tallest players. You know, they have Mohamed Keita for Temple, and Han Jr., you know, his hops are crazy, I will say. And he was able to contest that shot down below on Temple's side. And then Keita had 2 back-to-back blocks. I mean, that's huge for him, as he hasn't been seeing a lot of minutes. But I hope now that he will definitely see more minutes.
Yeah, and Keita, those are his 2 blocks on the game. He also has 1 defensive rebound. It's his only rebound. But in only 4 minutes, 2 blocks is pretty sensational.
Yeah, and we got to talk about Darian Ford. He is putting in the most effort. He wants to win this game for his team. He is going coast to coast with the ball all the way down to the rim. I mean, he wants to finish. He wants to draw the foul. He wants to do everything on the court right now, and I think that's fantastic for Adam Fisher.
Yeah, and at the start of the half, Boston College was shooting about 40%, down to 38% now, and Temple up from 30 to 33%. So seeing a bit of a shift in Temple's favor in terms of shooting both ways. Boston College missing more shots, and Temple being able to hit on more of theirs.
Which is actually great. I'm sure Adam Fisher in the locker room had a lot to say about that field goal percentage, especially that 3-point percentage. I hope to see that up in this half as well, even though it's still 0%, which Temple really needs to get that percentage back up. That would be detrimental for them to win this game. They need to put somebody on the perimeter who knows how to shoot the 3, who knows how to contest, and who knows how to play defense in order for them to win.
Yeah, and that guy not out on the field right now, maybe Gavin Goggles Griffith.
Yeah.
But 0 for 1 on field goals to start the half. Still only 1 field goal, 3-point field goal even attempted for Temple.
Which is insane. They need to definitely see more people outside of the paint trying to score. We have Mohamed Keita in the middle, who is doing a lot of, he has a lot of blocks right now. He's 2 blocks, which is a lot. And he doesn't see many minutes, so it's really good for Adam Fisher to put him back on the court so that he can see his progression in a game like this where bigs are very needed. But Temple needs to also put out shooters, which is their problem as of right now.
Yeah, and watching it here, I've noticed Temple's not even really looking for a lot of threes. A lot of the time they're sitting at the top of the arc trying to set up a lane and then driving down in.
Oh, definitely.
And I think some of it is they're trying to match Boston College physically.
Oh, most definitely, and they're doing a lot of pick and roll actions on both sides of the court, so it should be interesting to see what they do.
As we look to resume play here. Pass in from Luka Taves for Boston College to Bowden Kapke. Kapke driving down into the paint, puts a shot up, and it is in. Just out-muscles Gilliard there to make it 49-44. Darian Ford bringing it out for Temple. Has it on the left side of the arc. Quick shovel to Tobiasen. Tobiasen tosses it to A.J. Smith. Smith driving down from that left side into the paint, looking for anything. Passes it to Tobiasen at the top of the arc, who has an easy, open 3-point shot.
And now he has the chance for a 4-point possession. This is huge in this game. They finally have a 3-point shot on the board. This is huge.
And Tobiasen just wide open on that 3 from the very middle top of the arc, about as easy as it gets for a guard. And as you said, he'll see a chance for 4 points with a free throw here, and it is good to make it 48-49 as Taves comes flying down the court, bringing it out. A quick jump pass to Kapke. Kapke hands it to Hand, and Hand with a jump shot that does not go in, but a foul called on number 25, Aiden Tobiasen, on that shot. And this may be 3 free throws for Hand. And Donald Hand, 3 for 4 on free throws so far today. And the first one is good. That last offensive possession for Temple, just outstanding in spite of this. Now a second free throw is made by Hand. He only gets 2. He was ruled just inside that 3-point arc where he was fouled. So it'll be a 3-point lead for Boston College as it is passed out to Gilliard. Gilliard tosses it to Darian Ford. Ford letting his guys get set up at the top of the arc. A pick set by Muhammad Kita as Darian Ford kicks it to Aiden Tobiasen on that left side. Tobiasen passes across the court to Gilliard, who drives down in the paint and shoots for 2. It's not made, but put up again by Kita, and still no good as it goes out of bounds.
And Kita really needs to watch that moving screen for Temple, because as this game gets close, you definitely don't want to see fouls, petty fouls like that happening. So he needs to definitely stand still when he's doing the screen.
Yeah, 100%. As Temple will retain possession here. It's Darian Ford with the pass in. And he gets it to Gavin Griffiths in that far left corner. And Griffiths tosses it to Tobiasen as the shot clock hits 0. Tobiasen puts up a 3-pointer that does not go in.
It is still great, though, that he's making that 3-point effort as he made the last one. So he's definitely hoping to make more, and I hope I can see him on the board that way.
Yeah, and Taves bringing it out once again for Boston College here. Passing it to Radanovic. Radanovic looking at the top of the arc. Passing it to Fred Hand, or Donald Hand. Donald Hand passes it quickly to AJ Shaw. Shaw hands it back to Hand. Hand takes a shot for 3 that is no good. Rebounded by Darian Ford, looking to do something on the transition. The shot's up and it's blocked by Kapke. And on the transition here again is AJ Shaw.
And Darian Ford is down on the other end.
Shaw kicks it to Radanovic. Radanovic puts a shot up for 3 that is in. As you noted, Darian Ford, Temple's lead scorer, is down underneath Temple's basket.
Adam Fisher is not too happy that the ref did not stop that play when Darian Ford was down on the other end.
Yeah, and notably, they're going to say Radanovic was just inside the 3-point line there, and they're only going to give him 2. As we will see a stoppage as Ford hops off the court. Not hops, he walks off the court.
I think he'll be good. I think he'll come back in the game as Aiden Tobiasen did earlier in this game. I just think it's so physical. It's such a physical game between both of them that they have to definitely shake themselves off, get back in the game so that they can see this win for both their coach and themselves.
Yeah, for the time being, it is number 32 back in, Jordan Mason for Temple, who is going to bring it out once again. Sight we've seen quite a few times today. Jordan Mason bringing it out, fading towards the right side, passing it to Gilliard, who hands it on a little pick and roll to Tobiasen. Tobiasen jump pass down into the paint, but Temple ends up losing possession as Radanovic brings it out, passing it to Taves. Luka Taves at the top of the key, middle of the court, letting his guys get set up. And he kicks it to Kapke. Kapke hands it to Radanovic, who takes a shot that is no good, rebounded. It's a board for AJ Shaw. Shaw passes it to Taves on that far side, that left side. Taves covered by Griffiths, finds an open shot, and he makes it. Taves with his first 2 points on the game. The man out of Tokyo makes it 55-48. As Aiden Tobiasen has it now for Temple, coming across the court, passing it back to the middle to Gilliard, who drives down into the paint and tosses it to Kita, who is not able to make a shot.
And once again, we see Boston College back up with the fouls. We see them at 6 fouls right now. So one more foul in the second half, and they're going to be 1-1 for Temple, which is a dangerous game because Temple has been sinking their free throws.
And Mohamed Kita going to see his first free throws of the game. The first one is up and no good. Bounces off the rim.
Darian Ford seems to be good. He just checked back into the game.
Darian Ford back in as Gilliard heads out. And Kita's second free throw is up and missed. It's a little short of the rim there. And rebounded by Luka Taves, who's covered by Darian Ford back in. Taves gets it to Hand. Hand passing it as they stay in the middle to Radanovic. Just a little rotation of their formation here as Hand drives down into the paint and takes a jump shot that sinks. 57-48, Boston College pulling away from Temple here with 8 minutes to play, 8.5 minutes to play.
Boston College pretty much just forced Temple into a timeout. They're not trying to lose this game, and Adam Fisher is definitely not trying to lose this game either. When he sees his players start to lose momentum a little bit, I mean, it was a great call to call timeout as of right now, as he still has more left.
And it is a media timeout, it looks like.
Oh, media timeout.
But Temple calls the timeout, the media taking a break with them.
Got it.
But yeah, a good call. Boston College getting on a bit of a run there, not able to be broken up by those free throws. Mohamed Kita misses on both of them.
Exactly, and you see now that Boston College is at a 9-point lead, which is so great for them, but for Temple, it's very detrimental. In these last 8 minutes and 24 seconds, they're definitely going to have to see a change of momentum. And I think for Temple, Darian Ford is definitely the one who brings the momentum. Aiden Tobiasen as well, and Babatunde Durodala is also part of that scheme, and I think that they definitely need to make more 3-point attempts, as I have been saying the entire time.
Yeah, and I'm seeing here Boston College on an 8-point run in the last 2 minutes, 42 seconds.
Yeah, and I just know Earl Grant had something to do with that. He was very vocal. He was stepping onto the court and definitely instructing his players to run some kind of special play that they have for Temple. What that is, I do not know, but it definitely was for this point in the game where the game gets close and they want to pull away. So congrats to Coach Grant, because he's definitely seeing his team pull away with this.
Yeah, and we've seen head coach Grant be very vocal throughout this entire game, stepping onto the court very often, calling plays. I mean, he seems very involved in what's happening with his team right now.
Oh, definitely. And he seems to also be very, very in tune with his point guards. And, you know, that's where the head of the snake is. That's where the team leads from. So he's very in tune with his point guards, as Adam Fisher is as well. And Adam Fisher's also been stepping on the court and doing a lot of talking to his players. They both seem to be super, super passionate in this. And I know they're going to get bragging rights after this game, whoever wins, because once again, last year Boston College won, so I know that they want to win again. But Temple, they definitely have something to prove. And like I said before as well, they have 5 new people on their team, so they definitely have something to prove. And these new players also want to prove that they are the better team than Boston College.
Yeah, this is a Temple team that has looked very good despite seeing a lot of turnover. They lost a lot of great guys despite bringing in several 4-star transfers, several notable transfers, including Gavin Griffiths. But they lost players the likes of Jamal Mashburn, who is now signed with an NBA G League team.
Yeah, as well as Steve Settles. I know he was a big 3-point aspect of their team last year. He definitely was also definitely a big contributor to their score. So I know both of those players being lost and going to the G League is definitely something super notable for their coach, but it's definitely a detriment to the team. But as they bring in these new players, they definitely have really big shoes to fill.
And we've seen Darian Ford step up today. We've seen Aiden Tobiasen and Gavin Griffiths step up throughout the season. And Jordan Mason as well. Jordan Mason has been an outstanding player so far. So this Temple team has seen a lot of turnover, but they're working through it very well as we are back in action here. Jordan Mason once again bringing it out for Temple. Passing to Aiden Tobiasen. Tobiasen tosses to Darian Ford, who drives down in the paint and takes a shot that is knocked away and rebounded by Taves. Taves dribbling around, looking for anything here as he brings it across the court, looking for some space, and he gets it to Radanovic. Radanovic brings it back up top as he passes it to Hand, who also brings it up top. They're just rotating around once again, trying to get set for whatever play they want to run. Radanovic dribbling around in that corner, gets it to Kapke, who tosses to Taves, and Taves takes a shot for three. That's no good. Rebounded by Jordan Mason. Mason on a quick turnaround tosses to Tobiasen, who takes a shot, but the whistle's already been blown as
Foul ball number 88, Marco Radanovic, his third.
Oh, he didn't like that call. Radanovic has another foul.
Radanovic gets fouled. Gets another foul called. That's number 7 for Boston College this half.
Yeah, you know, Coach Grant did not seem to agree with that foul as well. He's definitely very vocal, not only with his team, but with the referees as well. So we definitely see him wanting for his team to definitely come out on top, whatever that takes.
Yeah, and we are taking another timeout here as maybe Boston College head coach looking to talk to his guys, say, hey, stop fouling him so much, you know?
Yeah, and what I think in this last 7 minutes, I think that Temple is definitely going to tighten up their defense. As we've been saying the whole game, I mean, their defense has been pretty tight, but I think that they're definitely going to be even tighter because Boston College is now pressing above the half-court line, and Temple has immense pressure now throughout the entire court, not even just on their half. So Temple is probably going to do the same thing and apply pressure from the top of the court, from the full court length, so that they have less of a chance to score, and they need to make sure that they don't leave anyone open on the other end, like Kapke, who's been having a great game down below for Boston College. So Temple needs to make sure that they do a really good job of their defense. And I mean, as I've been saying, it's super repetitive, as I've been saying multiple times. That three-point percentage has to go up if Temple wants to see this win today. Yeah,
and really right now the issue is Temple hasn't scored any points in almost 4 minutes. And while they looked good defensively on that last very short spurt of play that we had, their offense just still not able to get anything going. Even the shots that we saw get taken weren't really open shots. They're really trying to play very physical down in the paint. But this Boston College team is just a little bit bigger than they are, and I think that's something that they're struggling with here.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that they tried to use Kita for the blocks especially. It's just he has to get his free throws up because he is a big man and he will get fouled, so they definitely need those free throw attempts to go in.
Yeah, as Kita is out in favor of Babatunde Daradola, who's sub back in. As we see Temple's original starting 5 are all back.
Yeah.
Gavin Grimmett, Darian Ford, Daradola, Tobiasen, and Mason.
Yeah, Adam Fisher's definitely going to go back with his starting 5. Probably the 5 he trusts the most in this aspect. When pressure hits, he has to go with people that he trusts 100%. Same with Boston College. We see the early beginning players going back in the game to end this off. They want whoever starts to end it off, which is a great aspect in this game. And they want for everyone's camaraderie to be on point, which is usually the best with the starting 5.
Yeah, and as close as this game has been, Boston College has sort of dominated in terms of time spent with the lead. Temple obviously kicked off scoring, but since then they haven't held the lead at any point. The best they've done is tie it 41-41.
Oh, 100%. And we see Boston College still with this 9-point lead. I mean, the score has not changed, and it's been a lead for them the entire game. Temple has to really, really tighten up with this score. They have to at least get it close. They do not want a close loss like they did last time, and they need to definitely step it up as of right now.
Yeah, and this is a team that just really seems like they're not necessarily built to be playing from behind the entire game like this.
Definitely.
Their defense plays very well. They do a good job keeping an opponent at arm's length after they take a lead. And they haven't been able to do that today, as a free throw is up and missed for Jordan Mason. Rebounded by Boston College. Luka Taves bringing it out once again. Taves shifting around, trying to find some space. He tosses it to Donald Hand. Hand at the top of the court. And it's passed quickly to Fred Payne, who's back into the game. Payne with a jump pass to Bowden Kapke. Kapke gets it right back to Payne. Payne back to Kapke. Kapke driving down into the paint, and it is missed, but it is jumped. It is AJ Shaw who jumps up to dunk that back in before it even has a chance to come down. A great athletic play from him there to get another 2, make it a 10-point run as Temple has it again. Tobiasen with the ball in that left upper wing, passing to Gavin Griffiths, who considers taking a shot but doesn't, deciding to go down lower and miss a 2-pointer, but he rebounds it. Gavin Griffiths with the rebound and the 3-pointer put up to make it 51-59. And that's what we need to see here. And that's what Temple needs to see here.
I'm so glad to see another 3 from somebody. Gavin Griffiths definitely took his wide open 3 and he made that shot. And that's the kind of shots that we need to see. We need those wide open shots to always fall, because in this game, every single shot has been contested.
Yeah, and Griffiths considered he had an open 3 originally and decided not to take it, and manages to luck out with not luck out, but he gets the rebound. It's a nice bounce and makes up for it with a made 3.
Yes.
As Taves brings it out again, passing to Kapke. Kapke with a quick toss to Payne on kind of a sweep, and it's swept around to Taves, and the ball ends up with Kapke, who takes a shot for 3 that is drilled to make it 62-51, Boston College. And Temple's defense really coming undone here, as they are in that plus foul territory, as Jordan Mason puts up a shot for 2 in the paint. Great job to muscle his way down in there and then step back and find a shot, as Taves brings it out again. Darian Ford stumbling, trying to keep up with him, as Taves finds the ball again here at the top of the arc. And it's being tossed around, a few sweeps. Ball ends up in the hands of AJ Shaw. Shaw passes to Kapke, who finds Taves down open in the paint. Tobiasen tries to cover him up, but Taves is able to go up and put up another 2. And Tobiasen brings it out for Temple. Tossing it quickly to Jordan Mason. Mason passes it to Duradola, who gets it down to Mason in the paint, who has another 2 points. 55-64 is your score, as it's brought out here once again by Luka Taves. Taves being played very physically by Jordan Mason, and it looks like Taves is going to draw a foul there. A little bit too much from Jordan Mason, trying to play him very tight in his own half.
And Jordan Mason has been really good at reciprocating the basketball in this half. I mean, he's handling the pressure immensely right now.
Yeah, Mason has 4 points for Temple in the last few minutes and in their last 2 possessions, as Taves brings it out once again and passes to Kapke. Kapke with a quick hand to Payne. Payne finds Kapke down in the paint, and Kapke finds 2 to extend this lead once again, as it's brought out by Jordan Mason. Mason tosses it quickly to Duradola. Duradola finds Griffiths, who finds a shot, but it's not going to sink, as it's rebounded by Payne for Boston College. And Payne passes it to Hand, back to Payne, and Payne handing it quickly to Luka Taves. Taves on the left side at the top of the key, right by the midcourt, the half-court line. And it's going to be whistled dead as a timeout is called here by...
I think it's called by Boston College. Believe they had possession, and Luka Taves, he was handling a lot of pressure at the top of the key, but Aiden Tobiasen did get to him, and he definitely was all up in his grill at the top of the key.
Yeah, Aiden Tobiasen playing very physical. We're seeing Temple change up their approach a little bit here, trying to really play all of Boston College's men very tight.
Yeah, definitely. At the top of the key, we see way more action from everyone. We see more hands, more chopping feet. I mean, we see them closing off the sidelines to make sure that they do not get down the court, they don't get to the right of the court, and they don't get to the middle of the court. They're definitely blocking off any passage that they would have, and they're putting someone like Aiden Tobiasen, who is 6'5" and has way more length on someone like Luka Taves to block him from doing anything with the basketball, which is a smart move from Adam Fisher.
Yeah, unfortunately not working very well, though, as Boston College has extended their lead to 11 points with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left. It's getting to be panic time for Temple, if you're a Temple fan here.
Definitely, and we have a packed arena today, and I would say that for Temple to bring this through, Adam Fisher is going to have to pull out some other kind of play that he hasn't pulled out this entire game. He's going to have to pull out 2 pick and rolls at the same time or a 5-out to really, really get. He's going to have to pull a 5-out or maybe even some kind of ISO situation at this point and clear out the middle because his players cannot seem to get to the paint.
Yeah, and Boston College really just stacking the paint with men. As you've said, it's just no openings down there, and Boston College has managed to lay off on the fouls, and that's limiting the points Temple's been able to get because, as we noted earlier in the broadcast, a majority of their points came off of free throws in that first half.
Yeah, definitely. And Boston College has put Temple in the 1-and-1 situation right now. Temple's almost there with 5 fouls. They have 2 more before Boston College gets in the 1-and-1. But I would say Kapke is really, really doing a good job in the second half. He has 17 points. He's leading the points right now for Boston College. And he's coming out of nowhere and just hitting shots. He's cutting. He's moving without the ball. He's moving on ball, off ball screens. I mean, he's doing amazing right now.
I think for me, the player that's really making an impact right now is Donald Hand Jr., who came into this half with only 4 points and is now up to 16. Really starting to take over this game. Temple did a great job shutting him down in that first half, but he's just getting going here as, Payne and Kapke shift to become more Temple's focus, and Donald Hand Jr. is maybe left a little bit more unattended.
Yeah, definitely. And I see Donald Hand Jr. doing a lot of blocking. He's doing a lot of off-ball movement, which is so important for his team because Temple early on had more of their players involved, but now Boston College is getting all of their players involved, which I think that, Grant has noted and taken advantage of in this half.
Yeah, 100%. As we see Boston College, we see the teams getting ready to come out of the timeout here. Pass in from Donald Hand to, who else? Luka Taves. Taves driving a little bit down and now into the paint with a nice stop and a nice jump shot. And that lands for 2 as Boston College extends their lead 68-55.
Looks like something on the floor right there. It looked like they had a slip up with Kapke, so they clean the floor.
Kapke hits the dirt as Taves makes his basket, and they're going to clean that up on the court. And Boston College really contesting Temple on this pass in, not wanting to let them get the ball into their side of the court easily. And Jordan Mason ends up with it once again, setting at the top of the court. A quick bounce pass to Gavin Griffiths. Griffiths tosses it right back to Mason. Mason moving around, driving down, puts up a shot, but a whistle was blown prior.
Mason has had crazy good attempts going to drive to the hole, splitting the defense, going down the middle. He's had great attempts, and he's finished on the past 2 of them, as he had 2 of those points, or 4 points, 2 shots earlier this half.
And it is an 8th foul on Boston College. This one called on number 10, Luka Taves. And we will see Jordan Mason see some free throws here. And the first free throw is up, and it is missed, and he only gets 1, as he was not shooting when fouled. And it's rebounded by Taves, making up for drawing the foul in the first place. He's working his way down, real shifty. Gets it to Kapke in the paint. Kapke tosses it out to Hand. Hand finds Taves at the top of the arc, and Taves puts it up, and it's not going to go in. Jordan Mason with the rebound. Mason tosses it quickly to Darian Ford. Ford looks for a quick drive into the paint and shot, but it's blocked by Boston College. I think that was
Aiden Shaw.
Aiden Shaw.
Aiden Shaw, I mean, his hops are crazy. I mean, he might as well jump over the basketball court at this point. He came out of nowhere with that.
And I may have called him AJ Shaw earlier in the broadcast, but it's Aiden. And it's going to be out of bounds on Boston College off of that block, so Temple will retain possession, but no chance for the quick points on the transition, as it's to Darian Shaw, who has an open lane for a dunk. Oh my goodness. A quick pass in, and Darian Ford just lost by the Boston College defense there, and he walks up to the rim and dunks it. Doesn't get any easier than that. And it's being brought out quickly by Fred Payne, who looks for a shot. It's tossed up, trying to set up Kapke, who comes down with it and tosses it to Aiden Shaw, who gets another 2. And quickly here, Gavin Griffith looks for a shot for Temple, and he drills a 3 to make it 60-70. With 2:40 to play in this second half. Temple's offense picking up here, but the defense not able to hold. And it's getting to be a little too late if you're Temple.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, honestly, in this kind of game, 2 minutes and 40 seconds is a lot of time, and considering the coaches still have timeouts to call, so Temple can still bring this score back. We see Darian Ford, someone who had his season high last game of 22 points at 18 points. He could reach another season high as of right now. And then we see Gavin Griffiths, who hit another 3, so it brought up Temple's three-point percentage, which I said was going to be detrimental. So they need to make sure that Gavin Griffiths is still able to shoot, and they need to keep making that wide open lane for Darian Ford. He's such an aggressive player. He's such a go-getter player, so he's definitely going to be the one to bring the momentum to bring this back.
Yeah, and Temple now sitting at 50% in this second half on three-point field goals, sitting 3 for 6. They're really getting that percentage up. And it's translating to points. They just need their defense to show back up in this one.
Definitely, and we even see players like Taves, who's having way more minutes in this second half. He's been so good to this team. I mean, making shot after shot, making plays, bringing the ball up.
Quick pass in to Taves once again on a little sweep around, and Taves covered by 2 men in his own side of the court, gets it to Hand finds Fred Payne, who has an open shot for 3 that's not going to go in, and that is Goggles himself, Gavin Griffiths, with the rebound, and Griffiths tosses it quickly to Gilliard. Gilliard finds Griffiths, who sinks another 3, and that will bring it down to a 7-point game. Gavin Griffiths with his 13th point, or up to 13 points on the game now, as it's a great job contesting that pass in by Temple. Luka Taves looking to hit a jump pass across the court down into Temple territory, and that's Messiah Gilliard with a great job to contest it, and the ball ends up on the ground. The play's blown dead. Boston now calling a timeout, meaning they have retained possession.
And Messiah Gilliard, we've seen him down below, keeping his hands straight up and down. And when you're in the paint, you cannot lean at all or else it's going to be a foul. So him keeping his hands straight up and down has been very good for Temple, because they do not want to see any more fouls. They do not want to get Boston College in that 1-and-1 situation, because Boston College actually, as of right now, has Temple in that 1-and-1 situation. And 2 more fouls, they'll be in the double bonus. So they get 2 free throws per foul.
Yeah, and Temple has put up 6 points in the last 42 seconds. Boston College has not had a chance to answer yet.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Gavin Griffiths, we see him with 3 threes back-to-back. I mean, that is crazy.
Taking over this game.
It is crazy. I mean, Nebraska transfer, we see him making such great impact with Temple. I know Adam Fisher is super glad as we see him on the court,
Yeah, and with 2 minutes left, Temple needs to overcome a 7-point deficit.
And I think they can do it. I think this is going to be a really close game, but I think that it's going to be very, very close. Whoever wins is going to deserve it.
And we're seeing some tough defense from Temple. Griffiths trying to jump to keep Taves from getting that pass in, and Taves gets it in nonetheless. To Aiden Shaw. Shaw gets it back to Taves. Taves looking around for anything here, driving down just outside the paint on the right side, passing it in to Aiden Shaw in the paint, who puts up a shot, but it's not going to go in. Great defense there from Gavin Griffiths and Darian Ford. And now Aiden Tobiasen has it on the right side, just outside the arc. And driving down into the paint, Tobiasen puts one up, but it's not going to even really be a great shot attempt, as it was great defense from Boston and rebounded by Jordan Mason. And it looks like Temple's going to call a timeout here to try and maybe scheme up a play as we see the whiteboard being pulled out by head coach Adam Fisher.
And we see Aiden Shaw, I mean, someone who I've said multiple times in the game, I mean, he can jump miles in the air, and the ball was barely even near the basket, and he was already in the air, which is just tremendous for a player like him. And they're going to take so many timeouts in the second half. As the game gets close, we know that coaches want to make sure that their players know play by play what is exactly happening, and they want to make sure that everything is going according to plan. They want to make sure that they scheme with the point guard who is controlling the floor so that they really, really understand what is really happening while they're on the court. They're going to take as many timeouts as they can this second half, and especially since it's 7 points and 1 minute and 26 seconds left, they're going to make sure that they are taking as many timeouts as they can, because they do not want to have any timeouts left over if it means winning them the game by taking more timeouts.
Yeah, and a great chance for Temple here. If you hit a 3, you make it a 4-point game, which is technically one possession.
Yeah,
right?
this is definitely.
If you get that 3 and foul.
Definitely. And I think that Adam Fisher is definitely going to have to see his players come with some tenacity. They're going to have to be okay with falling down, taking that charge, taking the hard play. They're going to have to be okay with all of that.
Yeah, and just, again, a great opportunity for Temple here. With a minute and a half left to play, it's crunch time.
Definitely, and I want to see if Darian Ford's going to be able to break his season's best. I mean, he's been breaking his season's best game by game by game, so I'm excited to see if he's going to do it this game as well and break his season's best of 22 points.
Yeah.
And yes.
And I do think the man to watch right now is Gavin Griffiths, who is on fire with these threes. But the pass in initially goes to Jordan Mason. But it goes, Mason gets it to Griffiths. Griffiths looks to Ford. Ford driving down into the paint, passes it to Griffiths out at the top of the arc. Griffiths down in the paint, jumps up looking for a shot, doesn't find it, passes to Gilliard. And there are 2 Boston College men there to help contest that pass, and we will see a stoppage. I think it may have gone out of bounds off of that pass.
Yeah, I think it'll be sticking with Temple for this possession. Yep.
Yeah, Temple's going to keep it. Jordan Mason's going to pass it in. And Tobiasen takes it and immediately shoots for 3 as the shot clock hits 0. It's missed and rebounded. Tobiasen looks for 3 again. Can't find it, coming up short. And the whistle has been blown as the ball lands in Darian Ford's hands. And I think we're going to see 3 free throws.
Oh, wow, another foul.
It's a foul. We're going to see Gilliard shooting free throws, actually. Tobiasen was the one that took that shot that came up short.
At the line, shooting 1 and 1.
A 9th foul for Boston College. And the first free throw is up and good for Messiah Gilliard, bringing his total to 7 points on the game. And Gilliard will see another free throw here. And this one is also good. The score will be 65-70. Boston College over the Temple Owls with a minute and 5 seconds to play. And it may be a little early to start fouling, but if they can't get a stop here on this possession, Temple may be in some trouble. Luka Taves has it down in the paint, and a whistle's blown. I think Temple fouled them. Or Boston College calls a timeout, excuse me.
They have only 58 seconds left. This is going to be detrimental. Whatever Adam Fisher calls, he's going to have to call it right.
Yeah, and we're seeing tight defense here. There's 30 seconds on the shot clock for Boston College, so they can't run all the time off. But you need the stop here. You need probably a 3, but at least 2 to get it to a 1-point game.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Then you need to foul and hope they miss. And it's a quick pass for Boston College. Luka Taves finds Fred Payne right underneath the basket, and Payne puts it up for 2. And it's going to be 72-65 with 55.3 seconds to play in the second half.
Yeah, Adam Fisher was not happy with that wide open layup. I mean, whoever was behind covering the bottom of the paint definitely missed that pass. I didn't see who it was, but he's definitely going to get it. But regardless of that, Temple has been putting the pressure on Boston College. They've been pressing. Boston College has been pressing. Both coaches are drawing up new plays for this this moment right here. So this is going to be really interesting to see exactly what they do.
Yeah, and letting up those points there for Temple is super unfortunate, but it's not over yet. Adam Fisher is going to call the best play he has here. I wouldn't be surprised to see them look to Gavin Griffiths, look for 3, and then see some quick foul action.
Yeah, definitely. I say give the ball to whoever's hot. Right now, Gavin Griffiths is hot, so give him the ball.
And the whistle's blown, and we will be live as Bowden Kapke subs back in. We'll see Chase Forte sub out for Boston College. Excuse me, no. They're subbing in Chase Forte for Bowden Kapke. A little confusion there from Boston College with that substitution. And a quick pass into Jordan Mason. Mason bringing it down the court, directing traffic, trying to get something set up. Mason quickly to Tobiasen. Tobiasen finds Griffiths right outside the 3-point arc, and Griffiths drills a 3-point shot to make it 68-72.
I mean, this guy can't miss. 4 threes.
Temple not looking to foul just yet, looking to contest the shot in, and Boston College gets it in, and they will foul quickly.
I mean, look at Gavin Griffiths. I mean, this is his 4th 3-point attempt, I believe, and this is his 4th 3 made.
Griffiths is 4 for 8.
4 for 8, okay.
From 3 today. So 50%, which is real
really good, especially since considering he is a forward. So this is actually really good for his percentage.
Griffiths is a guard.
Just kidding. Griffiths is a guard. Griffiths is shooting exactly where he is supposed to be right now.
He's very tall.
He's a tall guard. He's a very tall guard.
Temple's team, yeah. And the free throw is up and good for Donald Hand Jr. for Boston College to make it 73-68. And the second free throw incoming. Stay tuned. And the second free throw, as Liacouras Center gets loud, is in. 74-68. Temple gains a point there with the 3, and I'd be shocked if we don't see it go back to Gavin Griffiths, who looks for 3 and he misses this one. Darian Ford with a great rebound, leaping high, and he puts it up, and Griffiths down in the paint to put that one in.
2-point possession, 4-point game. This is getting very, very close. Great game. Oh no, they left him wide open.
A wide open shot that's missed.
It's a foul.
It's a foul. Aiden Shaw was wide open, got past the Temple defense, got behind him. Griffiths pulls his jersey to make sure he can't get that dunk. And we'll see free throws now.
Yeah, this may have been actually a very smart move because it was undeniably going to go in if he was by himself. So
yeah, it's guaranteed points versus making him work for it.
And they haven't been very good at shooting free throws, so this is a very smart decision by Gavin Griffiths with the foul.
Yeah, and Aiden Shaw in particular has yet to shoot a free throw today. And the first one is in. That'll make it 5 points, so Temple will 100% need 2 possessions after this. No chance for a 4-point play.
Yeah.
And 27.5 seconds left. It's getting to be a little bit desperate here if you're Temple. And the second free throw is up and missed. Gavin Griffiths rebounds it quickly. Out to Aiden Tobiasen. Tobiasen looks to Mason on the right side. Mason with a quick toss to Tobiasen. Tobiasen shoots for 3, and it's no good. Rebounded by Boston College. Rebounded by Aiden Shaw, who will be quickly fouled with 17.4 seconds to play. And that's an unfortunate miss. Aiden Tobiasen, not the most open shot in the world, but he had a decent attempt there and not able to land it.
Yeah, and all of his shots tonight have been contested. They've definitely been making sure to stay on him. So, I mean, it's impossible for him to get open tonight.
And we'll see Shaw shooting again. The first free throw is missed, and he only gets the one because they weren't in Temple territory. So a quick turnaround here. Griffiths fakes and shoots, and it's missed. And it's Kapke was up there looking for the rebound, and he doesn't come down with it as a whistle's blown, and likely a foul on Temple here. But perhaps a foul on Boston College. As the ref sorts this out, Boston College is going to be called for the fouls, and Messiah Gilliard is going to shoot free throws for Temple. 9 seconds on the clock, 5-point game. The first free throw is missed from Messiah Gilliard.
And they were definitely going to count on that free throw right there.
And those are points you needed because the best case scenario was two
free throws,
and then maybe they miss theirs, and it's a 3-point game. The second one is up to make it a 4-possession game. Temple can still get that 3-and-1 with a foul, but Boston College likely backs off, passing it around, not wanting to let Temple foul. 7.2 seconds left. Temple gets the foul off in Boston territory. We'll see a free throw here for Fred Payne.
We will see 2 free throws. They are
in
now,
bonus.
I believe, in double bonus.
Yes, as they've hit 9 fouls on the game.
I'm pretty sure that makes 10. If not, they are still 1-and-1.
It does make 10 as we see Boston College hit double bonus.
Okay.
And Fred Payne's going to have 2 here. And the first one is missed.
Wow.
And if you're Temple, that's exactly what you needed.
Definitely. And they're definitely going to go and try and foul the players who've not been making their free throws tonight.
Yeah, and Payne makes the second one. It's a 5-point game, 7.2 seconds on the clock, 76-71.
Yeah.
Quick pass in, Darian Ford hurrying down the court. To the right side, out to Jordan Mason. Mason to Griffiths. Griffiths finds Ford on the 3-point line with zeros on the clock. He misses a 3-pointer short. And that will bring us to the end of our game today. 76-71. Boston College takes the win at the Leos Corus Center. And it's a great game overall. Both teams really nothing to be ashamed of. But if you're Temple, the 3-point shooting was not there today.
Yeah, I would say Temple next time, definitely. If they see Boston College again in a rematch, they're definitely going to have to bring their A game. They're definitely going to have to bring more 3-pointers to the game. I mean, that was their detriment today. And Boston College definitely feels proud. I mean, they had something to uphold. They won last year, and they wanted to win it again this year. And this year they put a bigger deficit.
Yeah, and led by Donald Hand Jr., who had a quiet first half and then exploded 14 points in that second half. And also notably, Aiden Shaw, 14 boards on the game.
And those are
for Temple, Darian Ford, 18 points. Not bad, but not enough. As that will bring us to the end of our broadcast here today. I'm Toby Derlin with commentator, with co-host Heaven Samuel. Thank you so much for watching, listening.